Throughout the book of Judges, we find a pattern in which Israel forgot about God, and God would allow Israel's enemies to triumph over them, but then God would send a judge to lead Israel. And for a time, they followed God and would be delivered from their enemies. But then when the judge died, they would again forget about God. And this pattern is repeated over and over. If we're honest, we sometimes fall into a very similar pattern in our own lives. When things are going well for us, we get a little lazy about our devotion to God. But then God disciplines us and we get reminded of how much we need to rely on God. So we get back into His Word and we make prayer a priority. And we begin to be thankful again for God's presence in our lives. But then we start to take it for granted and the process starts all over again. The answer to getting out of this cycle isn't merely to try harder. We can make it all about being consistent with prayer and Bible study, but that's really not the point. The answer is simply in remembering the Lord. Be thankful for His grace and rest always in His love. The Israelites kept falling into sin because they kept forgetting that the Lord is their God. They turned to the gods of the people around them. So simply keep your eyes fixed on the one true God. Bring to mind often how God the Father sent His Son Jesus Christ to die for our sins, so that we can always be near Him. When we remember that we can't earn God's favor, then we'll be thankful for His grace, and we'll find ourselves less often turning our backs on the God who loves us.